being in the crowd for that production
Oh
was the best thing ever.
Super Smash Con.
I was in the crowd for it. I was like, this is the best thing I've ever experienced.
It's literally like the most legendary. That moment will go down in Legends. Like, it doesn't matter who won the tournament. It's the fact that Sora won in their first game.
Poor Onin, man. Poor Onin.
Okay.
Onin's like having the time of his life, and like everyone's just celebrating the Meister gets a game with Sora. But regardless, it's not about either of those players. It's about Mr. V on the Aegis and buffed Mac on the Little Mac here. I love round 1 pools because I see so much Little Mac here, and they always put on a show.
Bro, wireframe Mac looks kind of weird. I don't really see this costume too much.
Really? I see this all the time.
But, I mean, right now we're seeing a lot of it, pushing him off stage. Literally, out
dead.
off of a down tilt, brother? Like, you're done?
Down tilt side special, actually, and it works a lot, and especially on a character like Mythra, where her recovery can be very good, but also if you're sent far enough, you may not be able to make it back. Looking fantastic so far on buffed Mac's side. One of the things, though, that I love what Little Macs do is that they charge up that neutral B and actually use it as super armor to get through a lot of the attacks here. But so far, I mean, buffed Mac controlling the ground very, very well.
I'm kind of shocked they, okay, I know it's like in everyone's blood, the gentleman's the PS2, but against Little Mac, this is actually a really good stage for Mac. Having this big, wide open stage makes it even more difficult for him to be pushed off stage, which has yet to happen this entire set. And if Mac just stays on stage, he is a giant threat. I
feel like for a lot of players, their like go-to Little Mac counter is let me just board the platforms and kind of camp Mac out. But that doesn't necessarily work here. Foresight, though, by Mr. V has to find a way to get this first stock. The down smash will recover high. Lightning Buster is going to be rolled through entirely. So now buffed Mac utilizing a lot of this up tilt to get combos started just like Mythra would.
Yeah, Mr. V unfortunately misspacing that side B, initially trying to like do it a little bit too soon, but that's okay. We got Buff Mac here getting the down tilt, which is a great combo starter. Was he aerial combos? He can juggle?
He's walling right
When could he fly, bro? When that happen?
Absolutely. Using the neutral B, try and bait something out here. Does have KO punch. Do it for the crowd. Unfortunately, only going to ensure you go right into Mythra's loving arms. I like the counter though. Pyra's like extension is very big, but doesn't matter. That's a 3-stock here, Austin. What is going on?
I'll tell you what's happening. Buff Mac is playing insanely buff and insanely aggressive. He's like going in and like catching people off guard. I like to call these type of players the king of game ones, because they completely like run around circles around their opponent, because their opponent's like, wait, what is going on? I don't even know what's happening. And you can tell that's his playstyle, because a lot of times when he's off stage, what's the first thing he does when he goes off stage? He comes back on. Counters immediately.
Yep.
Gets him back on. The second time, what's his next option? Immediately goes for the KO punch the second he gets it. When he goes for another recovery after that, another counter on top of that. Like, he's going for these super aggressive, like, you have no idea what I'm going to do because you can't read me yet. And if he keeps doing that and Mr. V starts to catch on, we might see what's going to happen here. Gamer!
Honestly, I was kind of expecting this stage game 1. Like I was talking about, a lot of people had written off that the counterplay versus Little Mac is board the platforms, but now it is going to be Mr. V trying to find a way to get something started here. Buffed Mac, though, just I love the way that he's able to link his hits together. Very, very impressive here. But here comes Mythra, the dash attack, always going high around these platforms, looking for the up tilt, and now we're going to see kind of a slower neutral, right, as they both try and figure each other out.
Well, Mr. V is the one, the onus is on him to be able to approach, so even if he starts camping the platforms right now, there's no reason for Buff Mac to approach. So that is the optimal strategy to fight against this character. Yes, it's a little lame, but you kind of have to do that against the likes of Mac. Just the nature of the story, right? So here we go, get the up tilt, gonna follow it up with an up special on top of that. Not enough to get that KO just yet, but we're still living a little bit.
Absolutely, I love the dash dances, but here comes KO punch. I mean, we haven't seen it work just yet. Oh, won't be able to find the up smash, but this is where Pyra is so pesky because she hits so hard, she sends you off very far, but just the 1-2 going on to next stop.
Anyone else stressed out by this music, by the way? Like,
yes.
I'm feeling a little...
This is like perfect Little Mac round 1 music.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Like he's coming at you slowly but surely, you know? Like in that background, he's just like very slowly approaching you. Gotta be on the lookout, like here comes the punch, the wind up punch. You gotta be on the lookout for it. Again, he jumps on with a counter, seems to be a very favorite tool of his to get back on stage. And if Mr. V starts to pick up on that, there was a regrab right there, nothing happened.
No, especially with the Aegis too. Pyra has tons of punish options there. Here we go, gonna be able to find the down tilt and gets the follow-up. Doesn't get the KO, but that was stylish for sure.
You can definitely tell there's some Mr. V not feeling comfortable in this matchup.
I don't think anybody feels comfortable fighting Little Mac round 1.
Oh,
I'll be
watch
honest.
me go, dude. I will
Who do you
camp him
play
out.
again?
Croft.
Okay.
I'll hit him. There you go, James. Look at it. All you gotta do is hit him once and then camp that platform. I literally have the patience of a saint. I can do it.
Absolutely.
Unless I've been drinking, then it's another story.
Okay. Buff Mac trying to find this second stock here. Unfortunately, is going to be stuck on the platform just a little bit. And now Mr. V definitely looking a little bit more confident, trying to get the run-up crowd. And now go. I mean, the aerial's definitely looking a lot more solid on Mr. V's side. But when you put yourself in a little bit of end lag, that F smash does have a little bit of end lag. It's going to get a little bit tough here. And just the up smash once more.
And if you give him an inch, he's going to take it a mile, dude. That little bit of end lag, Little Mac can easily jump on top of. He's got the KO punch ready to go. Is he going to come out, or no, he's going to wait for him to get to like 30 or 40% before he can make sure that it does kill. Honestly, he's fiending for it.
Oh,
or if he's not fiending for it, he's fainting that he is, because he wants it. Reading inside of that air dodge was so scary.
It's so scary as a commentator, but good air dodge out by Mr. V. This is looking very close. Trying to read the air dodge, not going to be able to find it. Timer's got to be ticking on this.
Homie, he is toying with him.
Yeah, and there it goes. Oh, the counter right over, but now Mr. V going to be able to get the back throw here. And once more, I was talking about this at the beginning of the set, that neutral B using the armor to power through the up smash. So smart by Buff Mac here.
Wow, thought the roll was going to go to the right. Could have easily picked him up to kind of like carry him towards the ladder. Mr. V is just having trouble getting towards the ground, getting anything going at all against Little Mac. The second he gets any sort of little bit of advantage, that was a good punish, right? Maybe that could have been a good punish, but then nothing happened.
Here we go, going to be able to get the rapid jab now. Mr. V sticking on Pyra down tilt. Not going to be enough to get the back air here. Looking for the up tilt. Not going to be able to find anything. And just trying to chase Buff Mac around. We'll be able to find the up tilts on the platform here. We're going into last stock, but Mr. B is down a mile. And Buff Mac going to be able to take that 2-0. What a show.
Dude, that last bit of that game felt like Mr. B was at 5 a.m., you know? So close to the end, but just couldn't figure it out. That was a little bit of a heartbreaker for him, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure he wasn't expecting to fight a Little Mac so soon in the pools, and like there was a little bit of matchup unfamiliarity probably going on as well.
Yeah.
A little bit of nerves might have been hitting him because maybe he's not used to fighting against the character, maybe he's not used to being on stream, because there were so many missed punishes that we saw from him that he could have capitalized to get Little Mac off stage. Also, we didn't see a single edge guard really come out. All the kills are from big-ass attacks, and you need to be able to do that against Little Mac. Get those edge guards. Push him off stage, because that's where he feels most uncomfortable. Starting to get those reads, like, you know, he's going to do something aggressive when he comes back on stage. It's going to be a KO punch. It's going to be a counter, something like that. We saw that a lot.
Yep.
But, you know, he's going to come out at the end of the day. We can see a Little Mac go on through the pools. So maybe we'll see a little bit more action later on in the day.
Round 1 pools are for zoners, mid-tiers, and heavies. That's what I've learned. So you have to go into your round 1 pools expecting to fight those Little Macs, those like random characters, those duck hunt dogs that you normally don't see a lot. But regardless, that was going to be our first 2-0 this entire block. Had 3 sets so far, and I mean, I'm really enjoying it. Once more, Midwest is one of those regions that you really have to travel to get like the full like picture of this scene. I feel like a lot of times people are like, Ned, and that's it. But there's tons of great players out here that just deserve all of the applause, and we're getting some of that right now.
And the area itself is all